Today, June 30th, the Supreme Court of the United States blocked President Biden's plan to release student loan debt for 40 million borrowers, many of whom are women, people of color, and low-income individuals. This announcement comes one day after the court declared that considerations of race in the admissions process in institutions of higher education are unconstitutional. Growing up, people like me were continuously told that higher education was the key to economic mobility and financial stability, not only for ourselves as individuals, but for our families who often depend on our salaries too. Yet for many of us, higher education was only accessible through student loan programs, and these have gotten more and more predatory throughout the years as the cost of higher education increases while our families' wages stay the same. Rather than addressing the fundamental inequities in educational opportunities and policies, student loans were merely a means of offsetting current costs into the future, without really addressing the structural barriers hindering our access. The Biden administration plans to forgive a portion of student loans for certain borrowers was conceived as a way to partially address this problem. But today's decision by the Supreme Court represents another blow to the future of many, particularly women and racial minorities who are already underserved by our profit-driven educational system and graduate to lower salaries due to the gender and racial pay gap. Research shows that student loan debt cancellation is good for the economy. It increases purchasing power, it helps address racial and gender wage gaps, and allows borrowers to invest in home ownership, retirement savings, and so much more. To say we are disappointed is an understatement. I, for one, am angry. But we cannot give up our fight for economic justice. We call on congressional leaders to use the tools at their disposal to deliver relief to the millions of student loan borrowers and create a true plan to ensure equal access to education, but most importantly, equal opportunities for financial stability and prosperity.